going to do is have a mass exodus from the public school system. That's it. We've been at these school board meetings, we've been voicing our opinions, we're writing articles, and they don't care.
Outraged tonight as parents like that Florida mom blast Attorney General Garland and the Biden administration for basically weaponizing the Department of Justice to silence parents. Parents whose only crime is speaking out against this administration's controversial critical race theory push in schools. Here with reaction to that and more, author of Black Eye for America, How Critical Race Theory is Burning Down the House, distinguished senior fellow for constitutional studies at the Texas Public Policy Foundation, Dr. Carol Swain. Doctor, it's so good to have you on Justice tonight. What are the schools so afraid of?
They're afraid that people will realize that they are counterfeit. The government that we have operating today in Washington bears no resemblance to the nation that I grew up in as a child. We see that the Department of Justice, the various institutions, that they are not following the rule of law. When the DOJ encourages the violations of the civil rights of Americans, when the DOJ doesn't stand up for the Constitution's Equal Protection Clause, when they encourage the shaming and bullying of America, then it's clear that we've lost control of our nation. And I think that people need to realize that the America that we once knew no longer exists. And we are at a do now or never moment, a moment where we have to stand up and be like our founders, be willing to risk our lives, our fortunes, our sacred honor, because this nation will fall if it hasn't already fallen, because it seems to me that our leaders are more attuned to the needs of foreign leaders than they are to the American people.
Well, you know, the interesting part of all this is that it seems the Department of Justice should be defending our civil rights. They should be defending us. But where do you see all of this going in the end?
Well, I mean, they are clearly advancing a Marxist agenda. They are dividing Americans. And whether we're talking about parents and their children, males and females, heterosexuals and homosexuals, they are dividing Americans. The vaccinated people and the unvaccinated, they're bullying, they're shaming, they're keeping us at each other's throats. And while we're doing this, they're doing things underneath the curtain or behind the blinds or whatever you want to say to further undermine our country. So we're focused on critical race theory, and they're doing other things that are detrimental to our nation. And Judge, I wonder why Donald Trump is the only politician that seems to be willing to speak the truth. Where are the Republicans? Why aren't they concerned about General Milley's treason? Why aren't they speaking out about the parents? And when they speak out, they don't speak out in a way that makes a difference. They just give a press conference, they say a few words, then they move on to the next issue. Why can't they stick with something?
I only have a few seconds. I only have a few seconds. If Americans who have to be willing right now to stand up and be like the Founding Fathers, they take a risk. I mean, if we don't wrestle this whole thing, it'll be too late. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. And, you know, we're all going to die someday. And so I think it's a moment where people need to stand up and have courage and realize that what you do today matters for your descendants, and it matters for our nation right now.
Okay. Dr. Carol Swain, thank you so much for being with us tonight.